Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Election season is now over, and the new administration is ready to begin. Also tonight, Governor Torres accepts defeat and is grateful no matter what. And we take a look at the numbers of this significant and historic election. In sports, it's the famous Gobble Gobble Run. Stay with us, we have these stories and more next.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They're an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, November 28, 2022. The people have spoken, and come this January, the NMI will have a new governor and lieutenant governor in office. They say there is a lot to happen this coming holiday season and for the next 4 years.
This is a day that I believe all of us have long awaited for.
Governor-elect Arnold Palacios and Lieutenant Governor-elect David Apatang held a press conference this afternoon at their party headquarters, thanking their supporters and colleagues for their vote of confidence in this year's runoff election.
I just want to say thank you to our people of the Commonwealth for coming out strongly to support the team, the 80 team, because we know our partner, also the Democrat Party, have a position in this campaign also. And one of the things is the good governance for this government, integrity in the government, and we have a commitment. We signed a pledge, and that pledge stands. We will honor that. We will pursue it. We'll make sure that things are done right for our people in this Commonwealth.
There were times when it was very contentious and very, very, for lack of a better word, I guess, became nasty at times. But we're here today. The election is over, and we're very happy that Dave and I won the election.
They were joined by those under their unified party and Sinamay Democrats, former gubernatorial candidates Tina Sablon and Leila Staffler.
It feels like a brand new day in the Marianas. And I joined Leila and my fellow Democrats in extending our sincerest congratulations to Governor-elect Arnold Palacios and Lieutenant Governor-elect David Apatang for their decisive victory, which truly is the victory of the people.
As they say, the people's mandate has been heard. It is clear that we should expect more of our leaders, our government and its leaders. We know that resources are finite and that decisions made today will greatly affect the future. And so now we must begin writing this course with our canoes, raising our proverbial our sails, and preparing for this journey to rebuild trust through accountability, transparency in government, and know that good governance is on the horizon.
And as election season comes to an end, Governor-elect Palacios states now is the time for healing.
David and I know that Tina and Leila will also help facilitate the healing in this community from the wounds of the campaign.
Palacios and Apatang are expected to be sworn into office on January 9, 2023, which means the transition process will take place in the next few days. The Palacios-Apatang administration says they will stand by the content of their unity pledge signed between them and the NMI Democrats, which includes accepting applications for political appointments.
We're gonna, like we pledged, we're gonna have an open sort of an application. You gotta submit your credentials to us, and we're gonna have to vet those to make sure that we put the right people, the qualified individuals into the right positions. There are a lot of qualified people, but sometimes if you look around our government, sometimes they're in the wrong positions and the wrong line of work, and so. But believe me, we're going to vet. We're going to vet a lot better than this past administration have done.
Positions and offices that opened under ARPA funding may also be cleaned out during this transition phase.
I cannot promise that your job, which was supposed to expire on December 30th, is going to be extended. We're going to take a look at what those jobs are. And that's all I can say. You know, I've looked at some of the programs and some of the projects that were initiated under ARPA, and some of them I question the relevance of some of these programs. Some of them are well put together and meaningful and impactful to the community. You know, if I'm just going to renew a person because there's still ARPA funds and continue what I believed at some point to even today are wasteful, and I wouldn't be making the difference that I promised.
Governor-elect Palacios and Lieutenant Governor-elect Apatang welcomes everyone to apply for the transition team and appointed positions as well. Governor Ralph Torres and Senator Vinny Sablon released their concession statements over the weekend. Governor Ralph Torres and running mate Vinny Sablon concedes following the unofficial results from the runoff election. In a release from the governor's office, Torres extends his appreciation to all those who were a part of his campaign and to those who rallied behind them. The governor also thanks the Commonwealth Election Commission, who conducted a free, fair, and open runoff election. Governor Torres says, quote, "We have received the numbers over the weekend, and the CNMI will see its newest governor take this honorable position in January," end quote. Torres shares that he spoke with Governor-elect Palacios over the weekend, discussing their campaigns, their relationship, and the path forward for the Commonwealth. He says, quote, he and Lieutenant Governor-elect David Apatang ran a hard campaign, but through it all, come January, when Governor Palacios takes his oath of office, he will be my governor, and I will give him the respect both he and the position deserves, unquote. Torres says he will forever be grateful for the friendship, memories, and partnerships he has built over his time as governor. He says after 7 years, he looks forward to spending more time with his children and wife, Diane. And in closing their campaign, Governor Ralph Torres still has the same spirit he's had these past months, which is love for the islands, love for the community, and love for all the people that care for the Commonwealth. The runoff election ballot counting went into the morning at the Multipurpose Center on Friday night. KSPN was there to bring you live coverage as the numbers were announced. Here's a quick recap of some of the big numbers we saw. Friday night's ballot counting began a little after 7 p.m. when polls officially closed. Board members of the Commonwealth Election Commission counted early voting ballots first, with results out a little before midnight. The Torres-Sablon tandem took the lead with 3,698 votes, just 479 ahead of Palacios Apatang. But once the precinct election day ballots were opened, the independent team quickly took lead. Palacios Apatang conquered all of Precinct 1, 2, and 3. They were also able to gain majority of Precinct 4A, B, and C. Torres-Sablon took Precinct 4D, which is the Northern Islands. AD won Precinct 5 by 65%. Precinct 5 is one of the biggest precincts here in the NMI. Torres-Sablon took 66% of Tinion's vote, while Palacios Apatang took 54% of Rhoda's vote. The unofficial runoff election results shows a decrease in voter percentage compared to the general election. The CEC received 278 absentee ballots on runoff election night, with Republicans gaining that majority. It still wasn't enough to reach Palacios Apatang's lead of over 1,000 votes. Now, these are not the official results. The CEC awaits more than 1,800 absentee ballots to be counted by December 9. Governor Torres and Senator Sablon have, however, conceded defeat. All right, our next story is a taste of Japan. Stay tuned.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month. Plus, a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
My doctor gave me the pills, so they must be safe, right?
If taken exactly as prescribed, short-term use can be safe, but painkillers have real risk. Misusing an opioid painkiller can cause serious harm, including addiction and death, and misuse can happen quite easily. Make sure you never mix them with alcohol, antidepressants, sedatives, or sleep aids. And if you are prescribed an opioid, you need to tell your doctor about any other drugs, including herbal supplements that you are taking. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
This project was supported by a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. Contents are solely the responsibility of CHCC and do not necessarily represent the official views of the CDC or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. I'm Lovin' It takes on new meaning this December 3rd at the McDonald's Golf Classic, held on the East Course at Lau Lau Bay on Saipan. Find out more at the McDonald's main office or online at mcdonaldsguam and saipan.com. 6 a.m. show and 7 a.m. go. Shotgun start, medal play format, hole-in-one prizes that will make you cheer. Hole it and drive home a new car, Lexus, Nissan, Hyundai, all with keys nearby. So don't leave it short. Who's your caddy? And it's all for a good cause. The tournament benefits the Jose and Ruri Azuzu Foundation. McDonald's Golf Classic 2022, December 3rd at Lau Lau Bay.
This portion is being brought to you by McDonald's. At McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Financial aid for college students up to $3,000 this coming semester. Qualified Northern Mariana College students seeking financial assistance can submit applications to the Federal Financial Aid Program, or better known as FAFSA. FAFSA Pell Grants offers up to $3,448 for the NMC Spring 2023 semester. The deadline to submit FAFSA applications are before December 12, 2022. Students can log into fafsa.gov and use the NMC school code 015746 when they turn in the application. To verify if you are eligible for Pell Grants, students can call the NMC Financial Aid Office at 237-6791 or email them at fao@marianas.edu. The Federal Financial Aid Program is administered by the U.S. Department of Education. Through the program's various types of grants, loans, and scholarships, the Federal Financial Aid Program is the largest aid provider in the United States. All right, tonight we head to Tokyo and beyond. Our Chris Nelson reports.
With new air service linking the Marianas with Japan, crisp fall weather is just 3 hours away, and with a U.S. dollar that you can trade for close to 140 yen, that's about 30% more buying power than just a few months ago. What do you do when you get there? Well, if you're a visitor, you can get a JR pass that is a tremendous deal, about $300 a week, and it allows you to use most of the high-speed trains throughout Japan on an unlimited basis. So you can go from Tokyo to Nagoya, Osaka, Kobe, even all the way up to Hokkaido in just a few hours with departures throughout the day. Over the Shinkansen's 50-plus-year history, carrying over 10 billion passengers, there's not been a single passenger fatality or injury on board due to derailments or collision. In Yokohama, you can head for the Forest World, that is. It's an outdoor facility not far from Tokyo. Great for kids, and you can climb, balance, zip, and do Tarzan swings and the like. Think of yourself as a ninja warrior with a harness, and there are some big jumps, too. Nearby is some forest art that's fun to look at. Near the beach in Kamakura, there are hiking trails and one of the biggest Buddhas around. This guy was built about 800 years ago and has survived an earthquake and tsunami. Now sits in the open air and is known as an equal opportunity Buddha, committed to the liberation of all beings, meaning saints and sinners, rich and poor, young and old. A few minutes from Kamakura in Kanagawa, Mitsuzawa Park is home of lower division J-League games. Japan's professional soccer is easily accessible. About $15 gets you into a match, and you can choose which team to cheer for. Wall's covering the left side. A penalty kick is sure to get a flag or two going. Tokyo Station might be a little intimidating on the inside, but outside it's quite a pretty sight to see. It was built in 1914 and designed by King Tatsuno, father of modern Japanese architecture. It's one of the first train stations in Japan to have a purposely aesthetic design, and it was drawn to reflect the glory of the Japanese railway companies. Do you like fruit? Well, the Apple Store is close to Tokyo Station, and it's the closest one for Mariana residents. Inside you can get some free lessons, but you might need to have some language skills. The fall colors may just keep you outside and where you can enjoy the crisp air and beautiful hues. These Japanese are enjoying the park, but they are not looking up. They are looking down, and you might ask yourself, what are they doing? And that would be a fair question. Perplexed, are you? I know I was, so I asked. That's what news people do. And then I saw it. 4 screens on this man's bicycle. Yes, they are still looking for Pokemon. Indeed, it is still a thing. I think much better to go for a bike ride. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Chris. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We have sports up next.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Earn while you learn. That's the idea behind the CNMI apprenticeship program. It matches individuals who want advanced job skills and companies who need skilled employees. Training also comes with a paycheck.
With the apprenticeship program, you spend 3 to 4 years, and in that period of time is when you're doing hands-on training. You're going to take career-based classes, and and at the same time you're earning while you're basically learning. So I thought it was a very, very good opportunity.
Every year we see a lot, hundreds of students that graduate from high school, and some of these kids don't know where to go. I mean, not everybody wants to go to a 4-year college, and I believe there's a lot of kids that like to work with their hands, and the apprenticeship program is really something that they should seriously consider.
The on-the-job training also comes with formal documentation that can be used elsewhere.
They receive a credential from the U.S. Department of Labor, so this is a certification where they can use it anywhere in the world that's recognized, and for that particular occupation. So it really is just another option for many job seekers that are looking to get trained but not necessarily wanting to go to college.
The apprenticeship program allows them to learn while on the job, specifically for what their employer needs.
In the past, many of these skilled jobs have been outsourced. This program is about building local capacity. One regional company says they've seen real results on Guam and are now helping to spearhead the NMI program.
The field that we're in, there's not too many people on island that has the skills that we're looking for, and so we've always had to hire outside of Guam, outside of the CNMI. So with the 3 new apprentices that are now journeymen or journeymen now, we've been able to cut back on having to hire from off island. So we've kept, we've been able to start hiring locals instead, or people from the island, and train them up.
Layla Staffler helped write legislation to address NMI labor needs.
Apprenticeships are important for developing our workforce, and all of our businesses out there that are needing skilled labor especially really should be interested in an apprenticeship program, because that's where they will develop, or that's where we can develop our workforce so that we can have skilled labor on island. And it also creates, pathways to financial independence for the community, people to have skills so that they can work and build their careers and their own personal finance. But for employers in particular, we did include tax incentives in the bill to help with that decision that they have to make, but also connecting them directly with the Department of Labor to avail of all of the resources that they have that is supposed to be there to help develop the workforce.
The program is in its infancy, and the CNMI Department of Labor says they will help companies with a lot of the legwork.
One thing that I've learned about the business sector is that every minute is like $1. CNMI Department of Labor does a lot of the legwork when it comes to the apprenticeship program. And we have great partner with both educational institutions, NMC and NMTech.
Those organizations support the program with both coursework and outreach.
Northern Marianas College partners with CNMI Department of Labor as well as NMTech and PSS. Altogether, we kind of established the registered apprenticeship program. CNMI DOL houses the program. They deal with the registration. Northern Marianas College, we handle more of marketing and outreach. We just provide support any way we can in spreading awareness to the community.
After a company enrolls with Department of Labor and NMC, Northern Marianas Technical Institute is a registered education training provider. So once all the course descriptions gets out, the apprentice then comes to NMTech to take some classes.
NMTech currently offers training modules in 4 courses: culinary arts, automotive technology, hotel and restaurant, and construction trade.
When people go through this program, the employers are going to have better employees, and that will help them move forward with whatever they're trying to do. Private, nonprofit, whatever. We need skilled workers, and this is one way to get them. And it actually helps them as individuals.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
And for our KSPN Sports Report, after a 2-year hiatus because of the pandemic, the famous turkey trot is back. Let's take a look. Over 170 runners joined this year's Mount Tapachao Turkey Trot Run that happened on Thanksgiving Day. This famous Mount Tapachao run that happens every Thanksgiving Day has been canceled for the last 2 years, but runners have continued to do it virtually, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. The 4.2-mile uphill run starts in Lower Base, taking Isa Drive going up Capitol Hill and the dirt road heading up to Mount Tapachao for the finish line. Keith Katola reached the highest peak on the island first in 37 minutes and 13 seconds. He is the overall winner and topping the men's division at the same time.
It's a tough race. It's you really have to manage your energy well. Honestly, the first 80%, because the last couple hills on Tapachao are really tough. So you got to conserve energy on this one for sure. It's a hard race.
Katola, who lives around that area, says he prepared for this challenge by running the course numerous times prior to race day.
Yeah, so I actually live around here, so I run on these roads quite a bit. So I knew that it was going to be hard, but I'd never done the full Mount Tapachao before.
He was running almost side by side with his friend and college roommate Paul Tim. Not far behind them is Keith Laguski.
The 3 of us and a couple others running together for about the first half. So there's a couple washed up cross-country runners just coming out here and trying to do our best. So it was good. Good races by everyone. Anyone who finishes this deserves congratulations for sure. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
In the women's division, Kate Lugers ruled and crossed her finish line in 39 minutes and 48 seconds. Lugers is originally from Utah and has been to this beautiful island for about 4 months now.
I love this run. It's the one big hill that we can climb up, on Saipan. All the other races tend to be pretty flat, but this feels like you're conquering something, so I think I like this run the best.
Running this course reminds her of her home in Utah.
So I'm from Utah, and typically I do trail marathons, half marathons. But this is, since it's dirt, it reminds me of home, being on the trails, so it's kind of nostalgic.
And here are the highlights of this Thanksgiving tradition for Saipan runners. This annual event is hosted by the Northern Marianas Athletics, headed by its secretary and treasurer, Robin Sapong Eugenio, who is also the Oceania Athletics area president for Saipan and Micronesia.
Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
And for the KSPN weather report, mostly sunny with isolated showers, east-northeast wind 17 to 20 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with isolated showers, east-northeast wind 14 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 26 miles per hour. High 87, low 78, the humidity 72%. Tomorrow, partly sunny with scattered showers, east-northeast wind 17 to 20 miles per hour with gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. High 87, low 77. The marine forecast combined seas of 6 to 8 feet will build through the week, reaching 9 feet by Wednesday and 10 feet by Friday. East wind 15 to 20 knots, wind waves 3 to 4 feet, east swell 5 to 7 feet. High risk of rip currents from this evening through Friday afternoon. Dangerous rip currents expected on east-facing reefs of the Marianas. Sunrise will be at 6:25 a.m., high tide 9:47 p.m., the low tide 5:38 p.m., and the sunset, you can catch that at 5:44 p.m. All right, folks, that does it for our Monday edition of the news, sports, and weather here in the Marianas. As always, we thank you so much for watching the Channel 2 News. We hope you have a great night, and we'll see you on Wednesday with more.